If you're looking for your researcher friend, she has already been taken into confinement. With some basic caution, she could have discovered the listening device on her person. Clearly, she lacks the degree of rigor expected of a true scholar.
The people of Sumeru City! What have you done to them?
I simply made some minor adjustments to their Akasha terminals. Now they can deposit information directly into the subconscious. As you can see, all these lovely people now believe this traveler is a hero who has just saved the world. My experiment is a success. And now it seems they can no longer hold back their sheer adoration.
No, what should we do? These are all just regular people. Leave now. You need to get out of here. But that guy's a Fatui Harbinger. We can't just leave you here. Nor can I abandon the people of Sumeru. Don't worry. We'll meet again outside of the city.
I see. You appear to have overridden their mental faculties with your own consciousness. To possess such a powerful mind, you must be the god of wisdom.
This should be far enough. Whew. Paimon needs to catch her breath first. Is Nahida going to be okay? We only made it out because of her. Paimon wasn't counting on running into a new Harbinger here, let alone such a high-ranking one. That guy was number 2. So scary. He called himself the Doctor. Remember, Tainari told us about him. Sataria did say that someone who once got expelled from the academia came back recently. And that even the sages are wary of him. Yep, sounds like she must have been talking about the Doctor. Yeah. Now, but what are the Fatui? Yeah. Nahida said we'll meet again. You mean? Oh, right! Wasn't he invited by the sages to work? Even though he turned it down at the time, there's no time to...
it right there. A blonde-haired traveler and a floating fairy. We've got you, all right. Take a look around. You've fallen right into our trap.
Are you mercenaries from the Corps of 30? Did you come here to arrest us?
Corps of 30? We're nothing like those government lapdogs who don't even get scraps for their work. We are an elite brigade that commands the highest commission rate in all of Sumeru. We're here on the orders of a client known only as the Outcast.
The outcast? An outcast from the academia? But why wouldn't the doctor just send the Fatui after us? You're up!
Following orders.
A new punching bag. Take that! Take that!
Rain outlines your fate.
This might hurt a little.
Take that! Take that!
Take my
A new punching bag.
Commit it to memory.
No, my sword!
Come at me.
Let me weave you a verse.
Watch and learn. Sight clear.
This might hurt a little. It isn't over yet. Here comes reinforcements.
Come at me. Scanning. Breaking new ground.
Rain cutter! Rain outlines your fate.
Commit it to memory.
Sight clear.
That was pretty rough. Is that what elite mercenaries are like? it! He knew exactly where to set up an amp. Going up against smart people is...
Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude. Body and mind.
I'll have to grab a drink for the flame man when I'm back in the city.
Oh, it's the Traveler and Paimon. What are you two doing back here? Kale! It's nice to see you again. Are you doing all right? To be honest, I'm not doing too well. My Elazar has been progressing at a faster rate lately. I'm finding it harder to complete more intricate tasks. As a result, Master Tainari is taking me off the patrol schedule. He will only allow me to stay here and coordinate other people's tasks. Oh, Kale! Speaking of Tainari, did he go off on patrol? We're here to talk to him. Oh, Master Tainari? You just left the Avidia Forest a little while ago. He was headed to Party's DI. Huh? He left? But isn't Tainari always saying that he never wants to leave the Avidia Forest? He even turned down the Sage's invitation. I thought it was weird too. Master Tainari always prioritizes his work as a forest watcher above everything. No, I only found out that he left through a mess to leave. Master Tainari originally studied. I know that before he became a forest a research base, huh? Oh, we don't have a lot of time, so let's go look for him at Party's DI. Don't worry. I'm fine. I'm used to living with Elazar by now. If you run into Master Tainari, please send him my regards. Got it. Will do. See you later, Kale.
How many Rubishua mushrooms can we sell before I can finally buy a proper town?
If my calculations are correct, Wanwen Bookhouse is due to receive a batch of new releases today. Might we add a...
I had already made up my mind, to be honest with you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat. Twas on a deserted moonlit night that the hero approached the vile dragon's limpid lair. Now, this is what I call a moment of solitude.
Wait! Look who it is! Thank goodness you're okay. We were so worried about you. Hey, this was supposed... Actually, it's very smart of the Traveler to be wary of me right now. Plus, it's not like you could have known what happened after even a pool... Paimon feels like only the real Nahida... Huh? But... Well, we understand that point now. Please, Nahida, tell us more about what happened. Are those poor... When you left, I was still in the middle of restoring everyone's minds. Instead, he did something closer to Luckily, I managed to finish my restorations and mind jump away. What a relief. I wouldn't be... I gave away my true identity when I Also, the doctor is already an expert at modifying Akasha term. Would that mean you'd no longer be able to jump between minds? Ugh, it feels like he's... Plus, the doctor's combat ability alone is apparently enough to make him worthy of being numbered. We shouldn't give up hope just yet. Actually, Nahida... Yes, I have. I can see the Traveler's elemental energy. You didn't come here for We're looking for a scholar we know. Okay.
Traveler?
It's Hypatia!
What a pleasant surprise.
Who's this? She's a scholar. Oh,
That's right, we're old friends.
Hypatia, you're way too... Wait, no.
My consciousness has...
You did it? Congratulations!
It's when my consciousness made contact with the...
That sounds incredible!
Oh, all right. Remember? I promise my current self has not only
You can do that? I've never heard of anything...
Hold on. I brought some spirit borneo.
Where...
All right now. Hold my hand.
Okay.
Ready?
It took 3 betrayals for me to finally understand. The world is just an elaborate tapestry of lies. My fury will never be quelled. The first to betray me was a god. My creator. My mother. Valuing strength above all, she saw no worth in me and I was discarded. The second was a human. My family. My friend. Consumed by fear, he saw me as an abomination. The third was one exactly like me. A hope for the future. A fledgling barely out of the nest. Powerless before his mortality, he broke his promise to me. Humans, they can't be trusted. And the gods fill me with pure loathing. So I said good riddance. I denounced the world and laughed in its face. My chest will never again be defiled by worldly filth. I will scrub away every last trace of human emotion. Then it will be empty, a blank slate, and ready to receive a supreme gnosis, brimming with pure divinity. There is no need to fear. The pain will be brief. Your era is coming to an end.
What was that? Did we actually just see the Balladier's memories? Everything matches what we know about him. But how is he connected to the divine consciousness that Hypatia was talking about?
You saw it, right? You felt it, right? Such a majestic god! Such a noble will! Such sublime Alas, if only that...
Do you understand now? I'm afraid this is no Puripurna life, but rather...
You... I found divine...
Hypatia?
That's how I always thought... Wait, have I... already lost my mind?
Wait, something...
Oh, the Traveler's back?
Nahida was controlling your body for a while. It seemed like she jumped over to you as an After that, Tainari heard the commotion and came over. He helped us defeat the mercenaries and then he ran with us all the way here. What? You Wait, then...
I never imagined that an individual's consciousness could be Also, while we were running, the doctor has found a way to but even in a moonless night.
Was that message all she left for us? It's pretty vague. Oh, that makes sense. Since the doctor... Even in a... Paimon, no... Didn't Nahida use a starlight analogy before? It had something to do with Sataria. Oh, but she's...
Paimon, you said Sanctuary of Surasthana, correct? Does this mean that this Nahida you're talking about, the conscious...
Your guess is correct, but...
That's all right. A scholar's curiosity doesn't need to be appeased right away. I've spent some time with you, and...
Thank you, Tainari.
That. While I was indeed... All I know is that the project has something to do with the restoration of Irminsul.
Huh? Did you see something when you were in Nahida? What?
Do you have any evidence? So that's what happened. That explains why Hypatia's symptoms were
Tainari, did you...
I did. I noticed Hypatia's mental... If I didn't take action, Hypatia would have already been taken by the Matra to the desert. Now that you mention it... I knew but I still didn't expect them to do something as arrogant as the doctor and the balladeer. We have... From your description, I don't think that... But then... What is...
Yeah, it feels like we're still nowhere close to figuring out the Sage's goals. Right, we've pretty much gone over everything.
I'll stay here for now. If you're planning to go into the desert, come find me here if there's anything...
Thanks, Tainari. Pretty lively here. So, just past this wall is the desert, huh? Oh, wow. Paimon remembers hearing people call this the Wall of Samiel. It's made to block sandstorms from the outside. Oh,
Enough gawking. Come on, follow me.
Huh?
Over here.
Ethan went that way! Let's hurry up and follow him. Wonder what he's up to.
What the... Where did she go? How did we lose him?
More Eremite mercenary?
You were too careless. You should have noticed those hopeless amateurs trailing you. There's no need to thank me. I've never cared. All I did was correct a mistake I happened to come across.
You really gave Paimon a scare, Alhaitham. Last time we met at Port Ormos, didn't you say you were going back to the academy?
Oh, so you've already landed yourselves on the Academia's... However, had I wished to turn you over to the Academia...
Oh, right. You do
I have no interest in running errands for that. And these days, you're more fascinating than anything the sages. Not quite. To tell you the truth, I'm still investigating the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Everyone says the capsule originated in the... Which brings me back to you. The leader of Ain al-Ahmar used the Divine Knowledge Capsule right in front of you. And upon seeing him, to have that kind of reaction,
Al-Haytham, you really have a ridiculous...
So that's your answer. But that does prove you do have some No matter. Rather than
That's right! We have...
Then I'd suggest starting with Aru Village. It's the largest...
It's always better to travel with...
Before us...
Whoa.
Sino. Unless my memory fails me, we have barely spoken 2 words to each other before now at the Academia. Would you care to enlighten me as to when and how I invited the General Mahamatra's wrath?
Al-Haytham, do not think you can escape my judgment just because you managed to escape my attack.
Judgment? So that's how you'd characterize your actions here, is it? Or would elimination perhaps be a more accurate description?
Had I used my full strength, not even this traveler would have been able to stop me. Though styled like an assassination, I sought only to ensure that my target would be unable to flee or...
Seemed to me more like your own... Yes. General Mahamatra Sino, head of all the Matra at the Academia. He's a formidable hunter, and the ultimate nightmare for any who have committed academic crimes.
You seem to have placed a lot of trust in Al-Haytham, to the point of blocking an attack for him. If I were you, I'd never choose to side with him. I wouldn't believe a single word. I have been pursuing this scribe for a...
Has Al-Haytham done something wrong?
I won't waste my breath explaining things. Take it out. The Divine Knowledge Capsule you're hiding on your person. Unless you want me to retrieve it for myself.
Very perceptive of you. Nothing escapes a mind.
Wait, the Divine Knowledge Capsule? Didn't it fall into the Matra's hands in Port Ormos?
No wonder you speak with such confidence, Sino. But I must admit, I'm very curious. And why, as General Maham... As far as I'm aware, have you been given a mission that... If I was the real target of your mission, what was stopping you from simply using your authority and
I should have known you'd be...
You two! Ugh! What you would do...
Ahem. Well, look at you two, acting all tough and self-righteous over there.
Wait, Dia? Great! Finally, someone... You gotta help us out here.
Yeah, sure looks that way. 2 giants from the Academia duking it out once and for... Listen, I know you academic types love to fill up your big brains with self-righteous morality and lord your empty rules and virtues over... But how dare you bring your petty disputes into this... It seems like someone's gonna have to beat some... Hey, did either...
Whoa, what's going on? Which...
Another sandstorm? What's up with these recently?
Hey! All of you, oh,
Someone's calling for us!
That sounded like Candace. Come on, you two.
All right.
Well, this is pretty awkward. Hey, wanna play sardines with 3 people who wanna tear each other? The air is so thick and heavy. Paimon can hardly keep floating anymore.
my sincere apologies, everyone. This is the home of our village chief. I will have to ask you to make do with this small room until the sandstorm dies down. Please, let me introduce myself.
Nice to meet you, Candace.
There's no...
Wow, she's so gentle and caring, like a nice older...
All right. Now that we're all better acquainted, as a guardian charged with the responsibility to protect my fellow villagers from harm, and now that you have set foot within our village itself, it is all the more my responsibility to... So please, have an honest and sincere conversation with one another, and put your hostile feelings to rest. If anyone dares to start anything again while they are under this roof, I will not hesitate to send them out for some quality time with the creatures of the sandstorm.
Oh, on second thought, Paimon may have misjudged Candace's character.
And that goes for you too, Miss Dia. Do I make myself clear?
All right, we got it, Candace.
That's what I like to hear. So, which of you...
I was supposed to be a mediator, but I might have gotten a little too involved just now.
Wait,
I have nothing to hide. So there's no shame in while all Hatham wasn't wrong about the other Matra not knowing my whereabouts, it's not because I've been... Rather,
huh?
a little while ago, I discovered that there was data missing in the Academia's project planning and development files. As General I tried to investigate the issue myself before submitting a formal audit request. But I soon found that all leads and potential pieces of incriminating evidence were carefully concealed from me. I began to realize that they were cautious of me from the very beginning. Unsurprisingly, the Grand Sage rejected my audit request as soon as the submission reached his desk. He even said to me, "The power of the General Mahamatra is granted by the sages. You have no right to judge us."
So they really are up to no good.
I realized then that to the Grand Sage, the Matra are nothing more than tools for the sages to assert and maintain their control over knowledge. The vows that we took, the principles that we strive to uphold, they are meaningless to the Academia of today. I believed it would be wise to flee the Academia before the sages had a chance. I will never give up on this investigation.
Sino seems to have the same goal as... Plus, now that he's no longer the General Mahamatra, he somehow feels a... Well, Sino...
When I was investigating the matter in the Academia, I overheard the sages asked you to investigate a blonde-haired traveler. Like many parts of the project, this assignment was undocumented. Now throw in your suspicious behavior with...
Yes. I wasn't... After all, the promised reward was so great that hardly any scholar could have refused. The sage told...
A most enticing...
Unfortunately, their words contained... From my perspective, the sages are far from trustworthy. Think about it. Isn't it? So, I began my own investigation following the lead of the Divine Knowledge Capsule. Had I been less guarded, I probably would have ended up like that Ain al-Ahmar mercenary.
You mean that the sages originally planned to dispose of you, using one of those capsules that drive people in?
I'd already given up on the assignment by then. I only told the Academia, so it came as quite a surprise when I encountered my erstwhile target while investigating the...
Criminals do love to talk about...
Even though I ran into the Traveler by chance, I had You were the ones who decided to follow me and strike up a conversation after I left.
That's true.
I'm willing to apologize if I took the Divine Knowledge Capsule behind your back because I judged its existence... after...
You should be well aware, Scribe Al-Haytham. Answer me this.
Have I not made myself clear?
Fine. Although you haven't completely...
As you wish.
Good. I'm glad to see you two clearing up your misunderstandings. And now you, Dia. I believe...
Oh, sorry. What? My situation is pretty straightforward. I had nothing going on, so I decided, but then I saw these two random guys.
Is that all? Well...
That's more like it.
Whoa! What was that?
No need to worry.
Creatures?
Fighting in a sandstorm is not for the faint.
Yeah, just leave them to Candace. Don't worry.
The wind's died down. Candace still isn't back yet.
When you put it that way.
Body and mind.
Whew! Candace, you're...
Yes. They just keep coming in waves.
Leave this.
It's been quite a while.
I'll be sure to put on a good show. Let's go!
Huh? Let me weave you a bird.
Make yourself a move! Let the show begin.
Come at me!
This may turn a little... Here comes another wave! When are they ever gonna let up?
Watch and learn!
Rain outlines your fate.
Come on! We can do it!
Rain cutter.
The creature stopped appearing.
What we fought just now was probably the aftermath of the sand.
Well fought, everyone. No injuries, I hope.
Huh?
Ah, my apologies. I haven't had a chance to greet you yet. I had my hands full. I am the chief of Aru Village. Everyone...
Sir, I am also originally from the desert.
I can't say they've always been common. Besides sandstorms.
So, Irminsul's withering
Everything in the natural world is inextricably connected to
Everyone in Aru Village. Speaking of which, why haven't I...
Village Keeper?
Does your curiosity know no bounds? Village Keeper is how Aru Village refers to mad scholars, exiled. Most of them are scholars who lost their... The Academia believes that their crazed mutterings may have a negative effect on the psyches of other scholars. So...
Alas, that's exactly what we've been trying to invest, but no one in the village has ever seen them leave.
I've had encounters with those people in the past.
The Matra are the ones responsible for their exile. Now that you're no longer with them...
Mock me if you will, but if you are guilty...
Oh, you're the former General Mahamatra. You must be an
Is it because you're reminded of Hypatia? Oh, these poor skulls. But, is it really a good idea to tag along?
I'll be grateful for the assistance. Let's start by finding a spot to... Although I've sent myself into exile, I'm still doing essentially the same things as before. Do you still have any questions for me before we start our investigation? One of my former subordinates told me that this title has its origins in a strange incident. The Academia has long exiled mad scholars to Aru Village. A mysterious phenomenon exists here. When mad scholars first arrive, they are as incoherent and deranged as before. But after spending some time here, they invariably begin to calm down. Initially, the people of Aru Village was struck by the strongest earthquake in living memory. Seeing buildings on the verge of collapse all around him, the then chief of the village was preparing to take everyone to safety. Suddenly, he noticed a mad scholar crouching in a corner, caressing the ground with his hands. A soft, green light radiated from him, despite the powerful... After that, the people of Aru Village...
A soft green light? A mad scholar protecting Aru Village? What do you make of it, Traveler? Paimon thinks so too. Actually...
In theory...
Oh, no wonder! Everything makes...
If you are able to draw a conclusion from this one... So, what do you make of the story? Really?
What? You don't believe...
No, it's not so much that I... Lesser Lord Kusanali. The Academia has always placed far greater importance on the late Greater Lord Rukad. In addition, I've never heard any stories about Lesser Lord...
No way! Mahina definitely exists! She's a...
I've spent many years interrogating...
Good! Then you...
That look in your eyes. How can this... to think?
Alright, now it's our turn to put, but easier said than done.
Excuse me,
Huh?
By the sounds of it, a resident of this village.
My name is Isak. You'll help me find my grandpa, right?
Is your grandpa a mad scholar?
Hey, don't say that. Grandpa is just Grandpa. Why do you have to call him that? It's not like he's a bad person or anything.
The person you're referring to is not a local, yet you are. Why do you call him Grandpa?
Grandpa is just Grandpa. He's my family. I heard everything you said to the village chief. Please, you gotta take me with you. I want to find my grandpa. I swear I'll help. I won't be a nuisance.
Ah, so you're the one who was eavesdropping on us around the village chief's house. I was planning to go out and take care of whoever it was, but I had a vague feeling that they didn't harbor any ill intent.
Whoa! Hatham wasn't kidding about Matra having sharp senses. Sino, he's just a kid. All he wants is to find his grandpa. Let's find a way to help him.
Sorry, I was only listening.
All right.
Sino is super vigilant. Is this what all the Matra are like?
Ah, you're back already.
We just wanted to confirm something with you. Do you know a boy by the name of Isak?
I had a feeling he'd go looking for you.
Huh? You knew this would happen?
Yes. Although he tried his best to stay hidden, I still noticed him eavesdropping outside the window. He really wants to get his grandfather back. Isak's parents were both Aramite mercenaries who rarely returned to the village after finding employment in the city. He was raised by his grandfather. Unfortunately, it was only a few years before his grandpa passed away. Isak was still very young at the time, so various families in the village took turns caring for him so he could survive. Later, an elderly mad scholar arrived at the village. Isak thought the scholar bore a striking resemblance to his grandfather, and thus often spied on the man. However, the scholar was unkempt in appearance and incoherent in speech. Although Isak referred to the man as his grandpa, he was afraid and didn't dare to approach him. One summer night, the oft-mumbling and bumbling grandpa suddenly calmed down and seemed to become more so Grandpa walked the next morning. It's said that the Isak was
all this somehow.
Perhaps. It's also my reason for
Maybe the people have always had a
Huh?
No, nothing.
Perhaps you are more compassionate than I gave you credit.
Hey, Isak!
Oh, it's you guys!
We've cleared everything up. Let's go find your grandpa.
Really? Wow! Thank you so much! Yeah!
All right. Let's ask the local residents some questions first.
No, my sword! Time to act.
Excuse me, did you happen to see where the missing scholars went?
You mean the village keepers? Oh, let me think. When I was eating dinner the other day, I saw one of them by the side of the road, muttering away and eating mushrooms and tree roots. They shouldn't go around eating that kind of stuff.
Okay. Did you notice anything else?
Anything else? No, I think that's all I have to tell you. Sorry.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Wow. Huh? All will be revealed in the next volume? Oh, drat.
The scholars that have gone missing.
Those eyes.
Don't change the
Right. You were asking about the mad scholars. But honestly, I feel quite...
Do you also think...
Grandpa? Oh, hello there. He was actually the one who It still feels pretty surreal now that... Well, whatever the case.
Gotcha. Sir, have you seen my grandpa recently? You know, the one who likes to sit and...
Oh, well, if it isn't Isak. The last time I saw him, he was pacing out by the road as usual. I went and asked him if he'd like it. And speaking of my wife, she still always
Oh, thank you.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
That's no good. Well, I've known you since you were very young. So as far as
Wow, what a... Okay.
Huh? Don't say anything. Let's head over there. Listen, see...
Have you heard? The mighty King Deshret. Yes, of course I have. King Deshret is the one and only true...
Still, you say...
Haven't you noticed? Delavar was saying that many people also went insane just before the fall of King Deshret's civilization. Isn't it a sign of King Deshret's power that all the mad scholars have disappeared? If you ask me, they must have been...
Huh. Now that you say it...
Exactly. Those...
Now, repeat everything you've just said.
Huh? Who are...
My patience is running thin. You heard what I asked.
Yeah, bro, this guy's something else.
Let's not get on his bad side.
Oh, okay, good sir. What is it you would like to know?
Tell me about...
Well, I only know a few things from hearsay. I went for a drink...
Hey,
It's true. It's so true, sir. Would you want to live like this if you were... Delavar also said that once King Desh...
Is that...
Seems like he's still...
Got it! Please don't beat me up just for mentioning these rumors.
The people here really like King Deshret, but dislike...
Where is this rat?
I haven't run into him over the past few days, so he...
No, not at all.
Sounds like you're not too close.
No, of course.
I have many ways to stop you from talking, so you'd best just stay. Don't do anything until I've got...
Yes!
That scared Paimon half to death. Sino is pretty... He didn't try to reassure us at all.
I heard.
Sorry.
It's part of being a Matra. The rumor we heard just now seems like a strong lead. Very well.
Isak!
I'm here.
Where's your grandpa's house?
Well, I can take you there. Grandpa, he likes to be alone. Sometimes he stares at the sky in a daze, and other times he just pokes at the ground with his fingers. Every now and then, he yells out at the top of his lungs, so a lot of people are really scared of him. But he's a good person, really. I know he is. I swear, he's just like my real grandpa.
I see everything.
This is where Grandpa usually stays.
There sure isn't much here.
No.
Incense? But are you okay?
There's a scent that you can scent.
A certain traveler here once passed out from that smell. Thankfully...
So.
Huh?
Yes.
Wait, shoot.
No. No need. Did you first encounter this scent at Tainari's house? In the forest. From...
Oh.
What are you looking for?
Here it is. Take a look right here. Although the traces have been from the size and shape, they belong to an adult. The scent is quite faint.
But who would come looking for...
We'd have to ask whoever lured him away with the
Huh? So you can lure someone away with just... Hey! What's wrong with liking good...
Exactly. Most scholars are fond of incense. Even deep within the clutches of madness, they still yearn for their knowledge-seeking days, and will follow the scent whenever it presents itself.
No.
So, someone's taking advantage of their... Are the rumors really true? Could the disappearance of...
It's highly likely.
Please? You have to save my grandpa.
Sounds like we'd better help get him back. Don't you worry, Isa.
Let's head to Aru Village.
darker fabric definitely looks a lot better. That'd be my choice, too.
We're back, Candace! We've got a lot to...
Ah, welcome back.
Sounds like
Oh, Dia's here!
You bet. So,
Reasonably.
We haven't seen him at all.
Huh. I saw him around the village and...
Did you find out anything I see.
The resurrection of King Deshret? First I've heard of it. Far as I know, the kind of incense you just mentioned is only popular beyond the wall. Scholars are fond of it. Not to mention making incense is a labor-intensive... It seems somewhat...
Makes sense.
If it was any other day, that would be your next lot. Didn't you say that the villager got his news from the tavern? Well...
If Paimon remembers correct...
Yeah. Delavar, the scar-riddled bandit, Engur, the wide-eyed butcher, and Jabbar... These guys have one thing in common, and that's being broke. The rougher life gets, the more they want to believe in King Deshret. Way they see it, King Deshret's resurrection is their only chance at overthrowing the Academia. Throwing all of Sumeru into chaos is the only way to change the way of life here in the desert. Anyway, that's my guess why they've chosen to become radicals.
Tia! You're amazing!
No merc can afford to slack off on gathering intel.
Let's head out.
Now hold on, you're staying... Aru Village is not a big place. Outsiders stand out here like a sword. The desert is unforgiving. So compared to you, mercs like me are just third-rate amateurs. I've got no actual fighting skills to speak of. But that also makes it a whole lot easier for me to gain the local... I need to go around and ask some questions.
Fine.
Good. Then we've got a plan. The Traveler and Paimon will go to Caravan Rebat with me, and we'll try our best to figure out where the mad scholars have been taken. Sino, you'll have to stay in the village and continue investigating on your own.
Plan. Well,
Sounds like you're starting to get familiar with the area.
Paimon's amazed every time we see the wall of Samiel. How can a wall this tall even exist? It's almost unreal.
I know what you mean. I had the same question every time I walked this way when I was a kid. Also, why is this high wall here? And can a wall really block sandstorms? It was only after I grew up that I realized the Wall of Samiel isn't just there to keep out the sandstorms. It serves a more important purpose, keeping out people like us. Sumeru is run by wise and mighty sages. To them, us desert dwellers are nothing but tools that can be used and discarded at their whim. We're cheap labor, like livestock, but easier to control. Nothing more. Even if a child from the desert got the chance to obtain an Akasha terminal, almost all their requests for knowledge would be denied. The academia believes we're underserving. Geniuses like Sataria are 1 in a million. The other children never get a single chance to try and rewrite their fate, even though the academia knows very well that we're humans, just as they are.
That's terrible.
I would tear down this wall with my own hands if I could.
Hey, Dia. You're not thinking about doing anything scary, are you?
No, not at all. This place just gets me thinking, that's all. Besides, we're here to procure information, aren't we?
Yep, we gotta catch those...
Shh. Caravan Rebot is crawling with people, so be careful what you say. We don't want anyone to find out what we're here for. Our mission started the moment we arrived here. Let's go check out the tavern. Maybe we'll find someone I know.
If you're not sure what to do next, how about I take you on a walk? something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. Two heads are better than one.
Just our luck. None of them are here today.
You mean, you don't see anyone you know?
Dia, is that you? What a coincidence. You here for a drink too?
Zaki. Finally, a friendly face.
Oh, and who do you have with you here? Guests from another land? Hello, hello. I'm Zaki. Dia's, how would you put it? Drinking buddy?
We've had drinks together a few times. You could say we go back a ways. Anyway, as far as my friends here, they aren't too shabby, are they? You rarely see any Outlanders so friendly and respectful nowadays.
Absolutely. Much better than those people on the other side of the wall. So, Dia, are you looking for someone?
Yeah. Have you seen
Of course I have. Matter of fact, we were all here drinking together just a few days ago.
I've got a spice trading deal from another nation. I thought maybe Delavar and his friends might be interested. Know where I could find him?
Ah, how thoughtful of you. Then I assume you also know that Delavar's been having a hard time making ends meet these days, so you came here to help him out?
Hey, keep it down. Let's just say I prefer to keep this deal a secret. Y'all at Caravan Rebot are like family. If there's more to be made, why not do it together? Besides, Delavar and his friends have muscle. They'd be a good fit for escorting the goods.
Yes, how considerate of you. Delavar's my friend too, so of course I can take you to him. Come with me.
So he's not at the hotel today?
We'll find it here.
What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. Something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1. What they say is true. You have to see the world for yourself to appreciate how beautiful it is. something on your mind again? Let's work through it together. 2 heads are better than 1.
Are we there yet?
Yep.
This place is practically deserted. What are they doing in a place like this?
Why don't you take a guess? Go on. A wild stab in the dark.
Oh no! It's an ambush!
What's this all about, Zaki?
Come on, Dia. Not only do I know that you're looking for Delavar,
So, you've been...
Uh-oh.
and you left the strongest one in the village, didn't ya?
So you and Delavar...
But you got one thing right. We're all
If that's the case, then I'm sure Delavar...
I'll be honest with you. If it weren't for what you said in the village, your little monologue about the Wall of Samiel would have convinced me that...
Delavar. And Enger, you're here too, huh?
Long time no... Dia, I thought that you, a fellow desert dweller, would understand why...
Yeah, gee, what a missed opportunity. Adopting radical views and kidnapping innocent...
See? There you have it. Mercenaries are...
You're not wrong. Mercenaries are driven by Mora. In my...
Enough talking! Get him!
Just as I expected. Let's teach him a lesson, traveler.
Following orders.
New punching bag.
Let's dance. Rain outlines your fate.
I'll take my scanning. Feast your eyes. Need.
No, my sword. Witness the power.
Grow, grow, grow!
Impossible! How could you?
So, what do you think about your meticulous network now, Zaki? How did you say it? It's only natural for a traveling mercenary like me to be out of the loop. I'm guessing your informant told you that I'm just an incompetent merc with no real fighting skill. And of course, you would believe everything he reported. Even though you heard we went to handle monsters together, that so-called flame main is just a fraud. That's what you
You lie.
And you were stupid enough to fall for it. I figured as much the first time we drank together. Okay.
Whoa! So you've been planning this since we were in...
No task can be done without preparation. I just happen to know...
Oh!
Those two who were snooping around were just a couple small fries. If we want to...
Oh! You mean the funny name she mentioned back in Uncle Ampu's house? The wide-eyed butcher, scar-riddled bandit... Paimon can't remember them all.
That's just a bunch of drunk talk. Edgar and Delavar like to talk themselves up when they're drinking. Alcohol has a way of making people
What about Zaki?
He's just a numbskull who fell right into our trap. Zaki was probably the best hidden of them all. My initial plan was to find Delavar first, and then try to... That's what you wanted to ask when we were at Uncle Anpu's house, right? Jabari is one of the villagers you talked to. You know, the one who wanted to treat Isak and his grandpa to some food.
Wait, so he's a radical too?
No, he isn't. I just needed to tack on a random villager name to make the eavesdropper think that I was making some wild guesses based on my impressions.
Wow! What a genius idea! Well, that's an expert mercenary for you.
Ah, you're too...
So,
About what?
about how mercenaries only care about...
Does that bother you? What makes you so sure?
Dia, do you dislike the Dendro Archon like the other desert folk?
You two are pretty sharp. No, I don't have anything against the Dendro Archon. I've heard a lot of nice things about the Lesser Lord from Dunyarzad. I can understand her devotion and gratitude. Dunyarzad's just an ordinary person. There's no way a god would be so involved in the lives of everyday people, unless they were truly compassionate.
I've begun to realize that the sages are behind everything that's happened recently. The radicals' blind belief in King Deshret, making the Dendro Archon out to be an enemy. It's all the...
But I see through...
Dia...
Anyway, looks like... This should be all of them. I'll let you take it from here.
All right. I'll be in touch. Until then, please stand by.
Candace, do you need any help?
Candace will be okay on her own. I trust her, so you can too. She's been guarding Aru Village for quite some time now. If anyone is qualified to question the offenders, it's her.
While I'm questioning them, why don't you pass some time by exploring the area?
I'll meet you back here tomorrow morning, Traveler. As for these...
Where's my key?
You heard the question.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
Hey, Dia!
Right on time.
Paimon's been one.
We've known each other for so.
Oh, Paimon knows what you.
Yep. Us mercs, on the other hand.
Well, Paimon thinks you.
Really? Thanks for that.
Oh, Sino's here, and he's pretty early, too.
Yes. I was here yesterday to help out a little.
To help out? By doing what?
Sharing some interrogation techniques.
Oh, you mean you taught Candace some more persuasive methods?
Right.
Come on in, everyone.
Come on, let's go inside.
Where's my key? Not again.
You need to watch out for any signs of earthquakes and sandstorms.
It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while.
Candace, where? Whoa, you look furious.
Do I? Huh. What gave it away?
Oh, there's no mask that can hide true bloodlust. Cover up your eyes, and it'll still show itself at the corners of your mouth.
Perhaps I need to work on my composure. Still, it's perfectly understandable why I'm angry. I'm sure everyone present would agree.
Yes. Please, don't feed us anymore. We're gonna die.
Well, looks like Sino taught her well.
You fear death yourselves, yet you do not hesitate to place the lives of others at risk. The absurdity is mind-boggling. The ones you call mad scholars are known to us as the Village Keepers. They are vital members of our community, and some even count them as family. You come here, to my village, and you treat my people as nothing more than stepping stones towards your goal. Tell me, what would you do to you in my position?
Mercy! Please, have mercy!
You've made your bed. We may all be desert dwellers, but there's one thing that I understand better than you. The resurrection of King Deshret will only result in war. And war serves no one. The people of Aru Village care little about which god is in power. Life may be tough and tiring, but we wish to preserve our way of life. A war would only cause us to lose all that we have. And that is not a responsibility that you can afford to shoulder.
We understand. We're sorry. I'll tell you everything I know. Please, just let us go.
I'm listening.
You might not believe this, but it wasn't us who came up with this idea. Someone was spreading rumors in the tavern. That's how we ended up hearing about King Deshret's resurrection. Some mystery man told us that mad scholars will make the perfect sacrifice to usher in King Deshret's resurrection. They give their lives, and we can get anything we wish for.
They're called Village Keepers. Slip up again, and you'll regret it.
Yes, sorry. It was all that mystery man's doing. He told us to spread the word about King Deshret's resurrection, and talked us into helping him. In return, he said he'll help facilitate the resurrection process. I'm not sure.
That's one.
Huh? One what?
Strike. You get a total of 3. Then, you die by my hand.
Wait, I'm telling the truth. We don't know anything. It was all him.
2.
He got us to lure them out of their houses in the night with some kind of incense. We take them to a junction outside the village. Then the mystery guy takes them from there. You gotta believe me, please. I'm telling the truth, I swear. Just ask them if you don't believe me.
That was indeed the truth. Traveler, go on.
You have to believe me. If I knew that, I would have told you his name right away. I'm not risking another beating to keep his secrets. No way. That guy, he wears a cloak, and he's always careful to cover his face. He calls himself King Deshret's envoy.
I believe I may know what's going on.
Uncle Anpu? What do you mean?
Smooth.
Okay, speak.
If my suspicions are correct, this mystery man they speak of could be from the Academia. Some time ago, people from the Academia attempted to take the village keepers away. I refused, insisting that they are part of our community. It strikes me now that this secretive character shares the same goal they had.
Which means it's highly likely that the Academia was purposely spreading a false rumor to trick the Radicals into delivering the village keepers right into their hands. They were the ones who brought them here to begin with. Now they're trying to take them back? We aren't gonna let that happen.
Not the Academia again.
Just as I thought. But what could they want with the village keepers?
People are nothing but tools in the eyes of the Academia. A change in their plans likely means they found another way to exploit the scholars. Regardless, our top priority now is locating the village keepers.
You're right. Isak is still waiting for news on his grandpa.
Time to go. Let's leave the village and try to track them down.
Yes. Pack up and get ready to leave.
You got it. Candace, I'll let you deal with the Radicals. Leave everything outside the village to us.
All right.
Let's meet back here once everyone's ready.
My latest design's getting there, but there's still room for improvement. Better make my finishing touches before the deadline creeps up. Where's my key? Not again. Where's my key? Not again. The ability to appreciate beauty is an important virtue. It's good to get out and stretch your legs once in a while. People aren't made to stay cooped up inside all the time.
Let's get some food in us and then we'll... Whoa! Where did you come from?
Well, as you can see, I am merely sitting here and reviewing what we have deduced thus far.
You were gone for ages! And now you're suddenly sitting here musing to yourself? Where have you been anyway? Hey, what's with the silence?
You never think things through before asking questions. I'm giving you some time to make up for that.
Paimon's so mad! Paimon's gonna give you an ugly nickname! Never mind. Paimon's got nothing. There's just nothing super obvious to pick with this guy. It makes it so hard.
Well, you've heard nothing to suggest I left this whole time, so clearly I stayed in the village to investigate. Anyway, you plan to leave Aru village and keep searching for the truth of this matter, yes?